This is Akashvani, the news read by Prem Sarma. Canvassing for remaining phases of Lok Sabha elections has reached the February's pitch as key leaders of all political parties are actively campaigning in various parts of the country. In Uttar Pradesh, Prime Minister and senior BJP leader Narendra Modi addressed a rally in Barabanki today. He again attacked on TMC and Samajwadi Party alliance, saying that Samajwadi Party's political alliance is only for vote bank and appeasement, and they have taken refuge in Bengal now. He said that if Congress and Samajwadi Party comes to power, they will bulldoze on Ram Temple in Ayodhya. Mr. Modi said only a strong government can give a fast-paced development. In Jharkhand, senior BJP leader and Union Minister Amit Shah will hold a roadshow in Ranchi this evening for party candidates contesting the Lok Sabha polls. Polling for the Ranchi Lok Sabha seat will be held on 25th of this month. Prime Minister and senior BJP leader Narendra Modi is likely to visit Ranchi on 19th of this month. Besides, Chief Minister Champai Soren will also address election rally for India Bloc candidate Yashaswini Sahai, who is contesting from Ranchi. Today is the last day of withdrawal of candidature for the 7th phase of the Lok Sabha polls. A total of 57 Lok Sabha constituencies in 7 states and 1 union territory will go to poll in this phase on the 1st of the next month. 13 seats each in Uttar Pradesh and Punjab, 9 seats of West Bengal, 8 seats of Bihar, 6 seats of Odisha, 4 seats of Himachal Pradesh, 3 seats of Jharkhand and 1 seat in Union Territory of Chandigarh will go to polls in the 7th and last phase. The counting of votes for all the phases will take place on 4th of June. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. J. Shankar today said that India will develop all the requisite national strengths that will make it a leading power in the times to come. Speaking at a function organized by a traders organization in New Delhi, Dr. J. Shankar said India's endeavor should be to enhance capability and competitiveness along with the business-friendly environment. He said India has witnessed robust growth, sweeping reforms, radically improved governance, fiscal discipline, infrastructure progress, rapid digitization, and a focus on developing skills in India. The United Arab Emirates, home to a large Indian population of over 3.8 million, has announced a new visa program offering long-term residency to individuals who significantly contribute to environmental protection and sustainability efforts. The 10-year Blue Residency Visa aims to attract and retain global leaders in environmental research, activism, and technological solutions. This visa category extends beyond the UAE's borders, welcoming those who campaign sustainability initiatives worldwide. Successful applicants can include members of international environmental organizations, award-winning researchers, and distinguished activists. The Blue Residency Visa stands in contrast to the UAE's standard 2-year residency permits. The 12th Joint Working Group meeting between the defense ministers of India and Mongolia concluded today in Mongolia. The meeting was co-chaired by Ministry of Defense Joint Secretary Amitabh Prasad and his Mongolian counterpart Brigadier General Gangkhuyag Devagdorj. During the 2-day meet, both sides reviewed the progress on various bilateral defense cooperation initiatives and identified means to further enhance cooperation in the areas. National Commission for Women Chairperson Rekha Sharma today condemned the alleged misconduct of Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's PA with AAP Rajya Sabha MP Swati Maliwal. Briefing media in New Delhi, Mrs. Sharma said that it is a matter of grave concern that the former Delhi Commission for Women Chief and a prominent advocate of women's rights has to be faced such a situation. She further appreciated Ms. Maliwal's strength to come out and lodge a complaint against the accused. Nagaland's cabinet has appealed to Eastern Nagaland People's Organization to reconsider its decision to abstain from participating in the urban local bodies elections scheduled on June 26th. Parliamentary Affairs Minister and State Spokesperson KG Kanye said ULB election is for empowering local self-governance and facilitate development and uplift for the citizens of the grassroots. That's all in the news bulletin. Namaskar.